Hey everybody, what's up y'all? Welcome back to my channel, Tammy Talks here. Let's go ahead y'all and get into Growing Up Hip Hop, Season 6, Episode 28, Can't Stand the Rain. So for those of you who are brand new to my channel, I do breakdowns of various TV shows, interjecting my own thoughts, opinions, and theories into each and every recap. So if you enjoy that type of content, go ahead, hit that subscribe button, the notification bell so you don't miss any of my future uploads. Hop into the comment section, y'all, so we can talk about what happened this episode. The episode really only revolves around two different things. JoJo's relationship with Tanice, and then Tahira and Sean's wedding, or at least the planning, the days leading up to the actual wedding. So it starts off with TT trying to she's checking into the hotel. She's looking for this email that she needs because the email, I guess, gives a reservation or something so that they can legally get married before the actual, ceremony. Sean really don't care. Sean is playing with the baby. Sean is over on the couch asleep while TT is stressing out, checking through all her phones, checking through all her different email accounts. She finally finds the information. She's able to give it to the lady at the desk, and Sean is over there knocked out sleep. TT gets irritated. She is literally always irritated with Sean, but TT gets irritated. So she goes out and gets in the car and then just calls him and says that she's leaving. He goes and gets in the car, and it gets into an argument about verbal versus nonverbal communication. Sean kind of feels that TT is like, she's doing a lot. She's stressing. She is a true bridezilla. But I also feel like Sean has probably been one of those men who throughout this entire process has continued to say, whatever you want to do is fine. Whatever you want to do is fine. Whatever you want to do is fine. So now that she's basically doing whatever it is she wants to do, he now kind of feels a way about not really having an input into the wedding. So I don't know who that was, a friend, an assistant. Like, I know it's uncomfortable when you're sitting there and there are two different people arguing like that. So we then see JoJo is out shopping with Angela and Vanessa. They're at, looks like a shoe store or something out in LA. And JoJo is telling his sisters how he's not really seeing eye to eye with Tanice. So that's why she's at home with the baby, and that's why she's at home with the baby, and he didn't bring the baby with him. And his sisters are like, what is going on? So JoJo says he feels forgotten. He feels that she's, putting being a mother before his needs as being a husband. And the way both Angela and Vanessa looked at him like because they know how their brother is. So Angela's asking him, are you being understanding to the fact that she now has two kids? And JoJo was like, understanding? What do I need to be understanding for? And, JoJo was whiny. JoJo has always been like this, even going back to Run's house, where he is just annoying. He whines. He's spoiled. And Vanessa is like, look, you need to understand that she now has two kids. She is trying to adjust to being a mother of two and all this other stuff that comes along with it. And you can just see Vanessa was over it. Vanessa went into straight big sister mode. Angela was kind of playing cool and was just like, I'm staying out of it. I'm just trying to process everything they're saying. Vanessa was on some, no, stop all the bullshit, JoJo. Give this woman some grace with everything she is going through at the time. And then Angela tells him, well, why don't you two set up a day where you guys can go out, go to dinner where there's no distractions or anything, have a conversation so you guys can talk about what issues you are having, how you're feeling about things, how she's feeling about things, but you guys need to talk it out. Angela says, speaking of kids, she wants to freeze some of her eggs in case she wants to have another kid. JoJo tells her, you seem like a one and done type of guy, one and done type of parent. And Angela's like, no, well, it's because I'm not married and all this other stuff. And she asked her siblings to hook her up. JoJo walked away and was like, no, Vanessa off rips it. No, we're not about to lose friends. I am done doing this with you. So I'm wondering if in the past, Vanessa has hooked Angela up with somebody that she knows. Angela was Angela and it didn't work out in that way. And that's why they're like, no, Not gonna do it. So we go over to Eric. Eric is getting his beard cut with his hat on. And his uncles come in and they tell him that they watched the documentary and they're having talk about it. And one of the uncles mentions that Lazy was in the documentary. Eric feels away now because he said, I literally just saw Lazy. We just talked about this. He didn't mention he was in it. And, they was instigating, oh man, yeah, that's all bad. It's not that big of a deal. It's not that big of a deal. Eric, you don't agree with the documentary. Lazy was doing it on behalf of your sisters. That's just really all it was. Lazy definitely should have mentioned it though. So then we have Tyran. He shows up to Sean's room and Sean is in there getting a haircut 2 days before the wedding. I'm just not understanding the timeline of TT's wedding. A lot of this is just kind of not making sense. Why didn't you get your haircut the day of the wedding? But okay. So Tyran, but you know what? This was one of those scenes that was like a commercial break scene. So Sean is feeling that the stubbornness has kept the family apart. But Sean is also acknowledging this is not my family. You know what I mean? Tyran says that he knows that Egypt and Pep are both, they feel the way about not being invited. More so his mom feeling that way, is always written all over her face. And then he said, I told her that she should just crash. And Sean said, no, she shouldn't. No, she shouldn't, Tyran. See, I get what Tyran is doing. Tyran is trying to remain neutral, but Tyran always straddles the fence a little too much. Because even jokingly, why would you tell your mom to crash that wedding, acting like she can't find out where the actual wedding and the ceremony is, right? So then we have we have Aaliyah, Tanice, and Vanessa. Aaliyah done curled her hair, okay? Got a little jazzy about the head. She looked a little more decent for once. And they're talking about TT's wedding. Vanessa says she can't go. TT has changed the wedding date so many times, and now she kind of has work obligations that she can't get out of, and she's kind of worried about how TT will handle it. TT's gonna have to handle it. You can't keep changing a wedding date and then expect everybody to be okay with that date. If you gotta work, babe, you gotta work. That's just how it is. Aaliyah is saying how she didn't get invited. Did you get invited? Aaliyah, of course you didn't get invited. You were not friends with Tahira. This is not a WeTV sanctioned event. This is a wedding. You won't be there, and that's okay. That's okay. Because you and Eric, I feel like, would be there trying to be messy because all y'all do is get in everybody else's business. So Jojo and Tanice are going. Tanice is just worried about the issues that they have. So Tanice is talking to Aaliyah about these different issues and about how she just wants Jojo to help her out, do like just some of the smaller things around the house. And she's going in and she's crying. And Vanessa is like caught between a rock and a hard place. Because you can tell that Vanessa does not want to say the wrong thing in regards to Tanice or in regard to Jojo. So it was kind of an awkward situation. Aaliyah sitting there fanning her damn face like this. I said, oh. I don't think I like Aaliyah. And it's not that she's done anything really wrong, but I just kind of feel like they're forcing her into situations. Why is Aaliyah out with Tanice and Vanessa? Why is she filming with them? It really could have just been, it should have been Angela, Vanessa, and Tanice having this conversation. It was just weird. So Vanessa brings up talking to Jojo, and she said that he just kind of feels neglected in the whole situation. It's just a learning, an adjustment period for the entire family. Tanice said that Jojo has always told her that he didn't want her to work once they had kids. Tanice said that is not the life that she wants to live. She wants to work. She wants to keep going. She doesn't just want to be Jojo Simmons' wife. And I can fully understand that. So she says she always feels kind of insecure about her looks. You know, Jojo goes out. He works in the studio. He's around all these different beautiful women. And while she does trust him, it does make her feel kind of a little insecure about it. So Vanessa gets emotional now because Vanessa is a crier. Vanessa gets emotional and she says that she wants Tanice to have some more confidence about herself. She tells her, you're beautiful, you're pretty, you're fine. It has nothing to do with your looks. Jojo loves you more than anything. Like, you've matured him, you've grown him up. You guys just need to find a way to reconnect, have a conversation so you guys can figure out what you need from each other and what your family needs to continue growing. Jojo has mentioned in the confessional how they both come from broken homes. And even though they both love their step parents, he doesn't want his family to go down that route. And I'm like, I know that y'all are putting on for this. Y'all are not about to get a divorce because of whatever little small issue y'all are having. Y'all will work through it, but we know that the Simmons kids don't really have a lot of drama that they bring to the show, right? So they have to, I feel like they craft up drama because we are never going to hear about Vanessa and that Wayans. Vanessa don't even film at the house. So I think it's just drummed up drama with them so that they can kind of have something to talk about on the show. So then we have Eric meets up with Lazy. Eric gives him a goodie bag of like different edibles and stuff like that from his warehouse. And they talk about the documentary. Eric feels a way that Lazy didn't tell him he was in it. Lazy thought Eric knew he was in it. They cleared that up. Eric said he felt kind of betrayed. Lazy said that's kind of strong. I feel like that is kind of a strong word to describe what happened, but they're able to hug it out and all is well in Eazy-E family land. So then we're at everybody's arriving down at the wedding. Brianna goes straight to the bar. Jojo was talking to Twist, and Jojo was talking about how he wants this wedding to remind Tanice of her vows. No, I want this wedding to remind you of your vows, Jojo, because you're the one that's going around talking about how she's not doing her wifely duties. Jojo, I want you to remember your vows during this wedding. I want you to look at Tanice the entire time that they are saying their vows so you can start to remember what was going on and what you bonded yourself to this woman with, because you're the one that's ready to leave and you're the one that's making a really big deal out of this when she is clearly going through something. So it's the in sickness, whether it's mental health or insecurities or physical ailment, that like, did you not sign up for that, Jojo? Come on. Ooh, Jojo works a nerve. So we see Twist is talking to Sean, and this is one of those like commercial clips, and he's asking Sean how he feels about Pep not being there. Sean said that it's not his business. These are all adults. They should have done the proper things to make sure that they could be at this date. Sean doesn't want to be involved in that. That's not his family. He really don't have a say-so. Twist feels that that's kind of out of order, and Twist looked at the camera and said, Pep, you should be here. She should be there, but they also chose to put Sam ahead of their family numerous times, so that's just what it is. So TT is worried about leaving Sean to go hang out with his friends. She said he hasn't been around some of these guys for about 2 years, because of the pandemic. They are downstairs drinking shots and dancing and just having a really good time. This is the bachelor party that Sean wanted, not that musty hotel room with the strippers that y'all had. So Brianna is there, and she tells TT she's going to run downstairs and get something. Tahira feels a way about that because she said that this is the bridal suite. She made sure to have her drink there. Brianna goes downstairs, and it was really for her to go talk to Sean and see if he was ready. So she's down there talking to the guys. I guess there is a man there that she had met before. He was kind of flirting. Brianna says she's having sex. It's a wedding. You are supposed to have sex at a wedding. Everybody has sex at a wedding. That's just what we do. So then Jojo points out to Sean that he's going crazy with the drinks. And Sean is taking shots and sipping and like double fisting, enjoying himself. The next morning at rehearsal, we see Sean once again is out at the bar getting a Bloody Mary because the best way to get over a hangover is to keep drinking. That's what I still do. If we go out and it gets crazy and we're drinking, the best thing to do the next morning is to have a Bloody Mary. So it's raining. Tahira is mad about the rain. There is now a big red tent that's set up. She does not want to get married inside the tent. She said that is not classy. That is not appropriate for a wedding. So she feels a way about that. And then she also has this like big ass burn on her face. I guess she went to get a facial and the woman like burned her face. I said, well, damn. Whew. And on your wedding day, her mother said it can be covered with makeup, so we can handle that. And then she just has a meltdown upstairs in the room. And Sean lets her know, you look absolutely beautiful. If you want, I will go burn my face. Like, we can both put Band-Aids on our face so we can kind of get past that. And he just kind of tells her to relax. Rain and snow are actually good on weddings. What do they call it? Superstitions. Like, they're good to have because it means you're gonna have a long, fruitful, prosperous wedding. So that was last night's episode. Let me know how you guys felt about it, and I will catch you guys in the next one.